Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali, and in this tutorial we are going to work on our this edit profile button. So as you know that when a user come here from the home page or from, let's say, from the notification page, and when he click on this profile icon, then basically we are redirecting the user to his own profile page where we display this button edit profile. But if a user come from here, that is, let's say if he search for someone and he click on it, then we send the user to that person profile page. That is, let's say in this case we come to the profile page of Eamon Johnson. This is the status and this is the button. So now in this case here is a follow button or the following button. I mean, if the user already following this person. I hope you know that, which we already did in the previous tutorial. So I mean, now if we click on this button, then it will work for the edit profile, since as I told you we will work on this button in this tutorial. So first let's work on this. I mean, in case of follow button, what we have to do. So all you're gonna need is just come to the Android Studio first, and here on our profile fragment we have this thing. When we say view and this button id, which is this button id, okay, when a user click on it, then basically we are sending the user to the account settings activity. In this case, I mean, by default it is the edit profile, but if we click on someone's profile from the search fragment, I mean here, okay, then basically when we come to the profile, then it is either follow or following. So yeah, so how we can do it? So in the previous tutorial, as you know, that we have already work on it, which is to change the text of that button. That is, in case if the profile id is equals to the firebase user.uid, which means that this is an online user and he is visiting his own profile, so in that case we will display the text edit profile. Otherwise, if it is not equals to firebase user.id, firebase user.id, then we are checking this thing, okay, that is, it will be either following or follow, which I already show you in the video. So all we're gonna need is just to get the text of this button and do some operation on it. Okay, so here when a user click on it in here, okay, view dot set on click listener. So what we're gonna do, all you're gonna need is just to cut this code, control X, and let's just create a local variable, and let's give it name. Let's give it name as get button text, which is a string data type variable, basically you can say. So anyways, I mean, view dot sorry view dot this this thing. Okay, first let me just paste that code. I mean, you don't need to write it again and again. I just pasted it and comment out that code for now. Okay, and now just copy this edit account settings button, because we have to get the text from it as string dot to string. Now once we do that, now we have to check by using the when condition, and in here we can say if the get button text becomes equals to, and we have to follow this exactly, I mean this text. If it is equals to this text, then in that case we are going to send the user to the account settings activity. Okay, so now let's just cut this code, okay, and just paste that here. Here you can see it. And now the next condition will be, that is, if the get button text becomes equals to follow. Okay, if the button text is follow, it means that is when a user click on this follow button, we have to I mean allow the user to follow that user, I mean on which the online user is, like, let's say searching, and it is displaying here on the profile. Okay, so yeah, so if it is equals to follow, then we have to copy paste the code from our adapter, and we have a user adapter, and from here let's just copy paste this, which is on our user adapter we have this method, and let's copy paste from here. Okay, follow firebase user from here up to here, which is our follow and following. Okay, so copy it, come back to the profile fragment, and now you can paste that here, and make sure to close this ending curly brace for this it's okay. So all you're gonna need is just to type here this curly brace, okay, and here you can see it now, it is highlighted. So anyways, now after this following, all you're gonna need is we have to say and pass the profile id dot set value to true. So this one is for the following, and let's just copy paste this, okay, copy it and paste it down below. And now here we can say follow followers, and the main change which we need to do is cut this at one, control X. Here all you need is to pass now profile ID first, and instead of the second one we have to say at one dot to string. And now the last one is basically the following. If the user is already following a user, like here you can see it, okay, that is I am following Eamon Johnson. So in that case, all you're gonna need is, let's just copy paste this whole follow, okay, and we can first, let me check where it ends. Here, okay, it ends here. Let's copy it and let's paste it here. And now make sure to do the changes here. That is, if the text of that button equals to following, then following at one to string profile id, and instead of set value, now we are going to remove it, remove value, followers profile id at one to string. So yeah, remove value. Now let's just run the application to see how it works. So the app is running now successfully. Now let's just on this profile icon, and here you can see we are, I am on my profile page. I am logged in as Johnson, right? Okay, and here you can see by default the button is edit profile. And now if we just go to the search, let's just search from some for some user. Here you can see M22 Eamon Johnson. If you just come here, and here you can see now it is following. If we click on it, and here you can see it is changed to follow, and now I am unfollowing this person. Now let's just go back and let's come here, okay, and here you can see in the search box it is now follow. If we come back here and again we do, then it is now following, and here you can see that followers is one, that is this user has now one follower, which is me. Now the next thing is, let's also just search from some other users. Let's say Gia Peterson, okay, and yeah, let's just come here, follow, okay, so I'm now following this person also. So if you click back, okay, then here you can see, it will update if you just go back and just come back here, okay, which is here you can see it now, it is 0. So followers 0. And now if you just click on it, then here you can see follower is 1. So that is really cool, that is incredible. And if you just go to the home page or any notification page or search page, and then if we go back to the profile page, then here you can see it will send us to our own profile page, that is the online user, that is, let's say I'm now logged in as Johnson, right? Okay, so here you can see it. And now if I click on this edit profile, then it will send me to the account settings page. So now the next important thing is to retrieve the already existing data, that is the full name of a user, username and bio, okay, and allow the user to do changes. That is, let's say if a user want to change his full name, his username, his bio, then he can do so, and also to allow a user to change the image. So first let's just retrieve and display the full name, username and bio of a user here on this account settings. So all we're gonna need is, for the time saying, what I'm going to do, let's just come here. We have a method by the name user info, where it is here, okay, here you can see it. Let's just remove this thing, do not need it. The commented code, we have this method and we are receiving, okay. So let's just copy paste this private user info complete method, control C, And now let's just go back to our account settings activity. Also, first let's just copy paste this whole method here. Paste it here, user info. Okay. Now the next thing is that is to modify it according to our account settings activity. So here we can search now get reference dot child user dot child, and here we can say, let's go back to the profile fragment. We have firebase user, copy paste this, copy it, and here we need to paste it at the top. Okay, and then we have to get this thing which is the current user in our own create. So firebase user, and then we can say firebase user side here. The online user ID we have to get, so firebase user dot UID. And the next thing is user reference. We are retrieving it using that object, and we say that is to display the picture. The rest of the thing will remain the same. All we're gonna need is just to remove this thing. Let's open our account setting XML file. So for the profile image we have an ID, this one, copy it and paste that here, not into this. And then for displaying the username, we have this username ID on our account settings page. So just paste that here, dot text. Okay, and the same goes here. For the full name we have full name profile page, and paste that here, that is full name profile page dot text. Same here, which is our bio. Now you can do the same, that is for the getting the website address, and that is, let's say if you want to add further information like address, URL and all the stuffs. If you want, just added a text here and you can do it. So anyways, now instead of displaying like this, all you need is just cut this, okay, and change this dot text. Okay, just write here set text and paste that inside it. Okay, just like this. Cut this from here, we can say set text, paste it here. Cut this one. Now you can say set text, paste it here. Now all we're gonna need is just to call this user info method in our on create. So here we can say user info. That's it. Now the next thing is that is to allow a user, that is, let's say we will display the full name, username, bio here. Okay, so if a user do the changes in the full name, username or bio, and then when a user click on this tick button, then we have to store it. We have to do the save the changes inside the firebase real-time database. So also let's just do it and then we will test the application. So let's just copy paste this set on click listener. We will modify it for our that other button. Okay, so all we gonna need is just remove this from here and change this. What is the ID of this tick button? Just click here, it is here, image view save info profile button. So copy it, come back and just paste that ID here instead of this logout button, not set on click listener. So when a user click on it, and let me tell you, in the next video tutorial we will work on this profile page. When a user click on this change image button, then we will allow the user to, a user will first, let's say if a user click on change image, he will select the image from his phone gallery, and then let's say if you do some changes here and he click on this tick button, then also the image will be changed. So there is a difference now. I mean, let's say the user do not want to change the image and he just do changes here, that is the full name, username, bio. He do some changes here and not, he do not want to set his image or let's say change his profile picture. So we have to store in that case only this data. I mean this textual information, that is the full name, username, and bio. So for that, I mean we have to differentiate between these two cases. So how we can do it? I mean all we're gonna need is to basically create a variable for it. So we can say here private checker equals to, let's initialize it with null, and when a user click on this button, which is save information profile button, then here we have to check, that is if checker become equals to clicked, then it means now that is something that is related to the upcoming video tutorial. Okay, so in the next video let me tell you now, if checker becomes equals to clicked, what does it mean? So whenever the user click on this change image, you can say this text or this button, then after clicking on this we will we will assign this clicked uh, string type, I mean this value, to the checker variable. I mean there when we will be working on it in the next tutorial. So I mean at that time checker will be equals to clicked. Okay, so it means that the user has clicked on it and he selects some picture from his phone gallery and the picture is now displaying here. I mean successfully if the task is done, that is select a picture from gallery and the new picture appear here, then in that case we will know that is okay, checker is equals to clicked, so the user has selected some picture, it is also displaying here. Then we will see the remaining changes. I mean according to that we will do, I mean the image stuff when we upload it in the next tutorial. But what if the checker is not equals to clicked, which means this else statement? It simply means that the user do not click on this change image button, or you can say on this text view. The user do not click on it and he do some changes here, like let's say this kind of changes. Okay, he just do some changes here and then he click on this tick button. So it means that the user only changes textual information, username, bio, etc., and he set it, or you can say modified it. So in that case our else statement will run. So hope you get the idea. So here we are going to create a method. I mean that method we will create now, which will say update user info only. And let's just create this method, create function, and here it is. Remove this comment first, and then inside here we need to create a reference to our user's node. So just typing it again, let's just copy this thing, copy it up to the users. Okay, just like this, and then let's create a user map. Come here to the sign up activity first, and here when we have this method which is save user info, I mean we have already right here, so just copy it and leave this image here. Okay, just this UID, full name, and all these stuffs, copy it, come back now, and let's just paste that here. So we say that is remove this UID also from here, and we have to copy the ID of this thing which is full name. So just copy it, come here and just paste this here, that is dot text dot to, or instead of this we can say get text. Okay, let's control Z, I mean undo this first. Okay, and now let me just do it again. Okay, one thing which I just paste this ID here, and then we can say dot text. So cut this whole thing. Okay, control X, put these two braces first, and inside it paste that, which is full name text dot text, and it is still not working. I mean with this thing. Okay, so remove these braces, and instead of this we can say dot get text. Just type it. Okay, dot to lowercase to string dot to lowercase. So I'm really sorry for that. Okay, I mean now also you can add text, it will work. First we have to convert this to text. Okay, that is we are getting the value from our this full name edit text. We have to convert it to the string and then to lower dot to lowercase. The same we will do here for this one. So let's just copy paste this here, username, and make sure to change the ID, which is username profile fragment. Copy it, pasted here, and the email is not here. Okay, so just remove it, and user map bio. So we have to allow the user now to set his bio instead of the default one. So yeah, I mean all we're gonna need is just to copy paste it here, and boom, now we are ready. So bio profile frag, just do the change, I mean paste it here, dot text dot to string dot to lowercase. Now, one thing which I remember suddenly is, I mean, you can also add if condition that must check if the full name. I mean that the user must write. That is, let's say if the full name is here, like let's say Muhammad Ali, and he remove it, and then he click on this one. I mean, without writing the full name again, then we must not allow the user in that case. So I mean, you can also add if condition that must check the, that is all the fields are filled. So yeah, I mean, let's just do that quickly. The same thing you can add for the sign up also, okay, if you want, because here we also do not check, that is if the full name I mean that is if the user write the full name or not, but we are just taking the full name and we are storing it in the database. So make sure also you can do the changes, the same changes which we are now writing here, that is to check like this, if, okay, and we are going to get the text from our full name profile fragment, I mean from this edit text dot to string. Okay, up to here, just right hit, copy it, paste it here. So if this is equals to null, then we are going to tell the user, that is, I mean a toast message. Instead of writing it, let's just copy paste this toast message from here, paste it here, and we can say that is, please write full name first. So you can do the same changes, I mean here on the sign up, I mean you can add this is a good approach to check for it, I mean form validation you can say. And here you can do it like full name equals to null, or full name dot to string equals to null. I mean here at the top you can do these changes. Now you will understand it when I complete this. Okay, so first one is for the full name, and then the other one will be for the else, and then paste this if statement, it will be for our this one which is username. Okay, so just do it. If this is equals to null, please write your username first, and the last one will be for the this one which is our bio, if you want to add a condition for the bio also. Okay, please write your bio first, and then in the else statement, I mean if everything is okay, then we will execute the whole code. Okay, sorry, so just cut this whole code that we want to execute, and it will be now here. So if these conditions are fulfilled, I mean if there is no problem, I mean if the user write full name, username, and also you write the bio, then we will do, I mean execute this code inside the else statement. And I'm really sorry, I forgot to mention one thing. We have already, write the if condition for these things. This is a method, okay? And we are passing this parameter, full name, username, email kind of thing here. If we just come back to the top here, when we call this method save username info, then inside here we have already written this one, okay, which is text utils dot is empty, which perform the same thing. Is the same feature like when we say like this, okay? You can also do it, add this if condition like if text utils text dot is empty, and then paste this thing which is full name dot text dot to string, so it will work the same. That is, if this equals to null, okay, then it will notify it. So either way, you can write in this way or in this way, both will work. Okay, so for the sign up, for the on the sign up page, we have already done the validation. I'm really sorry, I forgot. I thought that maybe we forgot to write this validation for it, that is to check the full name, username, and all these stuffs. So we have already done that, so there is no need to do the validation again. Sorry, okay. We have done the validation here at the top when we say here. So yeah, it is okay, totally fine. So anyways, so well, it is okay. Now the next thing is to update. To store this. If the user do changes, then we have to store it by using the user reference, user ref dot child, and we have to say that is firebase user dot uid dot update children, and pass the user map to it. And after that, we will like to send the user, that is to the main page, or you can say to the home page. So let's just copy paste this intent code from here. Let's copy this toast also. So copy it in account settings, and after this we can paste it here, and we can say that is account information has been updated successfully. And we are on the account settings page, account settings activity, and remove this intent from here, okay. And yeah, the rest of the thing will remain the same, and we send the user to the main activity. So yeah, that's it. And we have called this here, okay. If user click on it, so yeah, let's just run the application to see how it works. So the application is run successfully, but one thing which I just now remember, that is, as you know, this .get reference belongs to the Java. Okay, so if you want, you can change this to a reference which is related to the Kotlin. Also, if you just click here, you can see this gray kind of, this gray color line. Okay, if you click here, it will give you this suggestion, that is replace if with when. So click it, okay, and it will change this whole if else condition to when condition, okay, which works like you can say if else statements, okay, the same which we do here, in our sign up. Here you can see it for checking over all these full name, username kind of fields, so it will automatically convert it to the when condition, okay. So here you can see it. So yeah, everything is now okay, and even you can run it again if you want to see if it is working properly or not. So the application is running now successfully, and now let's just go back to the profile, and here you can see Johnson Wright, edit profile. Let's click on it, and here you can see it retrieves successfully my all previous information, which is Johnson Wright, Johnson tree here I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my status now, the bio, okay. So let's say computer, you can type just anything, this is just for testing purposes. Let's say computer scientist, and mobile app developer, okay. Let's write, just coding cafe, okay, at coding cafe. And also you can change your username. Let's change our name this time. Instead of Johnson Wright, I'm going to say that is Johnson Parker, just for the testing purposes, and username let's say 345. Let's just click on this tick button, and here you can see account information has been updated successfully. It sends us to our main activity, or you can say to the home. And let's just come, and wow, here you can see it: Johnson Parker, computer scientist, mobile app developer at Coding Cafe, Johnson 345. If you come here to the edit profile, then here you can see the changes. I mean, computer scientist Johnson 345. So yeah, I mean, it is working successfully. Now in the next video tutorial, what we will be doing is that to allow a user to click on this change image. So I mean, allow user to update his profile picture. So yeah, that's it for this video. And if anyone is new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel Coding Cafe, thumbs up for this video, and don't forget to follow me on my Twitter and Instagram account. Take care of yourself, and bye for now. Peace out.